No, I don't like candy corn. I'm Kaitlyn,
I'm Morgan.
and this
This
is
is a
Community
Community
Nasties
Podcast.
Podcast.
That was
If
so
you're,
bad.
I know, guys, I'm sorry. Like, we're not professionals, and we didn't rehearse a million times. I hope you like my little song though, because it's true. I do. Candy corn's actually okay. I used to hate it when I was younger. It's
I
okay
will
now.
I will not be consuming any candy corn anytime soon. Not a fan.
How dare you? I'm offended. Just kidding. But yes, welcome back. We will be getting into Halloween related topics.
My
But
favorite holiday. My
first,
holiday.
yeah, it's Morgan's holiday. If anybody else claims it, no. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But yeah. Fall's a fun time. I feel like anyway, yeah, I'll get to that later.
Later problem.
But Morgan, what are we doing today? What are we talking about?
I'm so excited for this. We're reviewing Alex Warren's new album, You'll Be All Right, Kid. Fun fact, when I was reviewing it, I wrote down You're on Your Own, Kid. Like for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't seem right. So I had to look at it and I was like, I'm just so smart. So
Yeah.
smart.
It's okay. I do stuff like that all the time. I did that with the weathers when we were talking about them. I completely messed up the title. I don't even remember what I said. I think, and I want my heart back now, something like that. When it was like a lyric in the song
To
and
be
what
fair, the
actually
weather
came out.
song, so good.
I know, true. If
So
I
good.
could remember the title of it, that would be wonderful.
It's also chapter one. So there is new music coming in 2025, he said. So
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, I figured since you wrote like You'll Be All Right, Kid, chapter one, I was like, more chapters to come. Not sure. Did he say exactly how many or that there was just going to be like a second one?
let me see. Because I know he originally like posted. I found out because I looked at his Instagram.
Yeah. But yeah. For anybody who doesn't know who Alex Warren is, he was originally, well, he's like,
Oh,
well,
20 songs, so probably just one more part. Sorry.
oh, okay, cool. No, 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 you're fine. Um, Alex Warren is well, he like writes, he's a musician,
Yeah.
is essentially, but he started out as, I don't know, well, Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, he was like an influencer that was involved in like the Hype House.
So I actually didn't know about him until I watched the Hype House reality show, which actually, it's actually a pretty good show. I'm not gonna lie. But that's how I found out who him and Cover were, and Cover is his wife.
Yeah,
They're both influencers.
yes.
Um, they're like TikTokers, and I don't know if they had a hand in creating the Hype House or anything. I know they lived there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know much about them except that they're the cutest fucking couple I have ever seen.
No, truly they are. Like they make me believe that love exists because otherwise I'd be like, no. Just kidding. Your face. You're
Sorry,
just like,
I was looking at one of my notes and then you said that. I was like, wait.
yeah, but essentially like Hype House was sort of like Team 10 sort of where they would have like influencers all in one house and they would like make content together. Like a content house. They
There's
would like make
so
videos
much
together like TikToks.
drama. Like
Yeah.
Jake Paul, did you, wait, this is so off topic, but have you seen Jake Paul recently?
No.
Um,
You're laughing. You're like, oh boy.
I'm like, do I want to pull up the video? So basically he's been posting videos of him like working out.
Hmm.
Mans looks pregnant.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm not even joking. It's so funny. Jake Paul.
Oh, okay, Jake Paul. I know Logan Paul is a father now, or he will be a father. I
I
don't
think
know if his
they
baby
had
was
the
born
kid,
yet.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Don't know, like, if they had a boy or a girl. Not sure, but yeah.
It's a video.
Morgan is searching far and wide. Was it on Twitter that you
No,
saw
it's
it?
on TikTok.
Oh, it's on
We
TikTok.
are
Okay.
500 pounds. I'm the strongest heavyweight in existence. No fuck.
Oh, not the lighting. It's so bad. You can't even see it.
Oh my gosh.
Please. You can kind of see.
He is lifting quite a lot. For
Yeah.
anybody who's not watching on YouTube, Jake
Oh
Paul
yeah.
is trying to bench press quite a lot of weight
That's
there.
Pat going brighter. I didn't ask for this. It's it's so bad. Like
Interesting. There are like four other guys. Like, I mean, I know you have to have a spotter when you do that, or at least it's,
yeah.
although they're not really spotting him. They are cheering him on now. Oh my. Okay.
Why does he look like that?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
People were saying steroids. Apparently, that's like a symptom of steroid use, and I was like, oh.
Oh, oh, okay.
Also, we don't condone Jake Paul on this channel, just so y'all know.
Yeah, no. If y'all are thinking like, I don't know about that, don't you worry.
No,
Do not
we're
worry.
not fans of the Paul brothers.
No, we were just, comparing the Team 10 house and the Hype House.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the Hype House, Morgan,
Yes.
what burning down? What's track number one about? Tell
Oh my God.
us.
It's so crazy because from my understanding, it's about Thomas Doherty, I think his name is. He's like the him and this girl Daisy. I don't know who Daisy is, but like him and this girl Daisy created the Hype House. Watch her name not be Daisy, just do something random. Um, and then he like took over, and I think she started the Sway House in competition
Oh,
for
okay.
him, if I'm not mistaken. But if you listen to the lyrics of Burning Down, you see so much of this in the show that I was like, this is crazy.
No.
Also, I don't know if you saw the cover art, but off to like on a desk off to like the side, there's a paper and it says NDA on it.
Really?
Yeah, and then he released this right after the NDA expired, which is crazy.
No, that's like I figured it they like probably did sign an NDA and they weren't allowed to talk about it,
Oh
at
yeah.
least in that much detail or like whatever until it was over. I like burning down that's like him like here in a burning house like off to the side, right? Or am I
I
thinking of
think
that
so.
wrong?
Yeah, I think so.
For like the
I
single
haven't seen
cover.
the actual cover art for the single. I've seen the cover art for the album, but
hmm
I'm sure it's really cool.
I think like I know you mentioned like having watched the documentary and I watched it too, and I think like having that background knowledge makes the
Yeah.
song hit so much harder. And
It's
you're like,
Yeah, it's so crazy because they were painting Thomas to be like the victim in that show, but I'm like the fact that Alex is like, no, this is all you, like this is crazy. Um, One thing I really did like in that song was the backing vocals in the bridge. I was like,
yeah,
that's so cool. Although he had a lot of backing vocals in his like album, but like I thought there it just hit so well.
yeah. No, I completely agree. I think I made note of that quite a few times with the backing vocals. I don't know, like, oh my gosh, excuse me. I like sometimes Alex's like Snapchats will come up on
Oh my
my
God, yeah, him and Cover both.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think on I don't remember what song it was, but I'm fairly certain he had like his friend like Michael and like oh my God, what are I can't name everybody, but I think he had like a couple of his friends like helping with the backing vocals
Did
too,
he
which I thought
really?
was kind of cool. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, that's like extra special.
One of my favorite parts of him singing was when he says, I had to get out. I just thought, like, every time he sang that, I was like, it just sounds so good.
Because
It's
it's
so good.
like there's so much like emotion in his voice
Oh,
when he
yeah.
says it, and it's just like, oh, that like hurts. And like I wasn't even a part of any of that, but like, wow.
No, I'm like, it's so good. Also, you were digging up a grave for me is crazy. No way. Like, that's so insane.
No, I know. I was like, I really give Alex a lot of, or actually, I'm not sure like who he writes with, or like, I mean, I'm assuming Alex like had plays a big part in writing
I
it,
would think
right?
so, yeah.
I'm not entirely sure like who he writes with or if it's just all him or if it's him and like a bunch of other people. But like I mentioned it and it'll I think on track number five I'll like mention a line that like I really liked that I was like, ooh, that's I've heard something similar to it before, but I was
Yeah.
like, I just I don't know. I
This
words are
line.
so hard to like come by sometimes. Like it's hard to find the right words. And just like when people do such a good job of incorporating it into songs, you're like, damn, I wish I wrote that. That's so good.
I've never been I can't communicate anything like feelings or words or anything. I'm so bad at it. So the fact that we even have this podcast is insane. But um
Yay.
like props to Alex
Yeah.
like for being able to do like I don't know if it's him writing all the lyrics, but like props to him for being able to like say these words and his writer if he has one. I'm assuming he does, but like
Yeah.
y'all
And
popped up.
nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, working with other people, it bounces ideas off better. And,
Oh yeah.
they add stuff to songs that, they might need something that somebody else can sprinkle on in there. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
All right. Catch My Breath. This was my favorite off of the
Oh
album.
my
I'm just
God.
gonna
This
say
song
that right
was so
now.
pretty. I was like, oh my God.
It's just
Um,
oh.
I literally wrote, can't point out any lyrics, but he's so in love with Covert and it's so cute.
I literally know. I think I wrote down immediately wanted to cry because I know this was when he first met Cover, and I was like, oh,
It's so pretty. I'm like, oh my God. His vocals were so good.
I know. Like, I never realized, um, like he could sing like that. Like the first time I heard him sing, I was like, holy shit.
Okay, so the thing is, I'm not a fan of deep voices.
Mm-hmm.
He sings with a very deep voice, so it throws me off. But the thing is, he's so good at singing that I'm like, I can't even be like, I don't like this because I do like it. But I'm like,
Yeah,
it's such a contradictory thing to me.
yeah. I can understand that, especially like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I was gonna say, like, you don't always hear artists just talking. Like, you're mostly just hearing them using, like, their singing voice. So, a
Yeah,
lot of the times when you hear them talk,
his
like,
voice is so different from like his singing voice.
yeah, which I mean, like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know where I was going with that, but it makes sense that it would be different from their regular talking voice. I just think if you're not as familiar with an artist, like we obviously know what Austin sounds like because we hear him yap like all the time in like interviews and stuff like
Him and
that.
his singing voice aren't that different.
Yeah, that's true. He's like a case
Like,
where it's not quite as different, but Alex is definitely very different.
yeah, I can't actually think of many artists that are like extremely different.
Hmm.
So like Alex Warren is a really good like mention for that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think with like Harry and stuff like that, it's like you don't hear his accent when he's singing,
A
but like
lot of
when he's talking.
a lot of singers that are like they sing like pop style, you're trained like you're vocally trained to not sing with an accent. Like Louis Tomlinson does it. There's this other guy I've heard a couple songs from. His name is Lou. He sings with an accent. Youngblood sings with an accent. But
Yeah.
other than that, those are the only three that I know of.
Hmm.
But every other like British artist, I'll find out they're British and I'll be like, really
Yeah.
interesting.
You're like, I had no idea. That's actually kind of crazy. I would like to point out that the line, I heard your voice and I knew I had no other choice than to jump on a plane. Are you kidding me? That man was so in love from the start that he was just like,
As I know I've written this so many times in here, but if they ever like break up or something, love's not real.
no, literally,
Like they are the
because
definition of love is real.
I know, because, and if any of you are still doubting, get a load of this line, start tearing up when I think of the mother you'll be. Are you kidding me? That's so sweet.
He just seems like a really sweet person. Alex Warren, if you want to come on the podcast, let me know. Reach
Feel
out.
free. I also wrote, I want to feel love like this so bad.
We'll
That
never
song
see.
literally had me cry. I've cried like maybe 3 times listening to this album. This was one.
My mom, I don't remember what song it was, but my mom called me in the middle of me like listening, and I was like, this is not a great time. Like, I'm on the verge of a breakdown because of Alex Warren. Like,
Yeah.
Please, give me a minute.
Please refrain. Oh, speaking of more crying, carry you home.
The only note I mentioned was the lyric, whether it's tonight or 55 years down the road. I'm like, I need a man to tell me that he'll be there with me when I'm an old lady, like a little wrinkly old lady.
A little wrinkly old lady is so funny. I'm sorry. I think I had wrote down. I thought like there was a build up to the song, which just like really. I don't know what it was about it. I was just like, that's so good. I fucking love that. This was one where I talked about the backing vocals being like more upbeat and fun, in my opinion.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know why I wrote. I had like, I'm not afraid to say it. I do as like one of the lines that he says. And for some reason, when I was listening to it, I thought back to like the Hype House days where Alex was very much like, I don't really want to get married because like he had such like he seemed so fearful of it. And then seeing him like on his wedding day, literally like so eager to have his first kiss with Cover, and it's just like
Yeah.
that's a drastic change, and it like made me
It's
like,
so like interesting to see, but I think they mentioned it on the show. He was like, just because I grew up so fast, I want to live like I'm young now,
mhm.
or at least for now. And I think honestly, I think that only lasted like a year until like
Yeah,
he actually proposed, maybe like a year or two. I don't know, but like it's definitely an interesting like switch.
yeah. And I mean, like, I think it also depends on, granted, as you could tell from burning down, the environment that he was in wasn't exactly like the most positive one. So I'm sure
Yeah.
like getting away from that and
I'm
like surrounding himself with better people probably helped
I think
too.
he quoted like he made there was a quote I saw somewhere where it was like I didn't want to get married or like engaged in that environment either. Like that was another factor. And I'm like, that's really interesting that he like thought about that.
Yeah.
I feel like most guys don't really think about that.
Yeah, I would agree. Oh man.
Oh my God, Troubled Waters.
Oh.
The opening like lyrics of that song um
Hmm.
just seems so vulnerable, but it's such like a fun upbeat like sounding song
I
that I was like,
know.
this is so random.
He writes the most devastating lyrics I've ever heard. Like, locked inside my head, didn't want you to see me break down. Nobody ever wants to,
I made a
like,
note of that lyric specifically.
yeah, it's because, like, nobody wants the people they care about to see them, like, that badly down or, like,
No.
and because I don't know, like you said, you're in a very vulnerable position. Like, even though you could care a whole lot about people, it's just like seeing people that you love be upset is like, it sucks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. All right.
Um,
Oh,
my
okay.
favorite
Vocals.
my favorite note that I made was the lyric, I've got a tendency to run, and I wrote, bitch, same.
I got the best sneakers from a run, and I do it often.
Um, this is why this podcast is called Commitment Issues.
Yes.
Also, the bridge. Why don't I remember the bridge lyrics? I
I
just remember the
was
bridge was like so good.
I was gonna say, I was like, I think I need a refresher because I do not remember.
Troubled water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nope, not the Thriller movie. I'm there we go.
Oh, I think there was like backing vocals of them just saying "say you won't," and I made a note of that. However, I kind of wish I
Oh yeah,
wrote,
there was.
yeah, I was like, I kind of wish I wrote what Alex was singing. That way I remembered, but
No,
all I wrote was "say you won't."
no, we're gonna get copyrighted if I play it. But it's like, say you won't let me drown, drown in troubled waters alone. Say you won't let me drown, darling, when I need you the most. Uh, then that just repeats. I was like, the vocals on that. Alex
Oh,
Warren, the man that you are.
incredible vocals. I was eating that up at a buffet, eating it up. Wild. Morgan, I wouldn't want to go to heaven without you.
So sweet.
Yeah, I can't believe Alex Warren wrote a song all about that. Like how nice of him. No, but in all
Alex Warren wrote a
seriousness,
song for us
yes.
personally.
Yeah.
Um,
Totally kidding, by the way, obviously.
The one lyric, found the best thing that was ever mine. I literally was like, I'm crying. This is so, oh my God.
Wrote, I'm going through it in all capital letters after it. I was like, absolutely no way.
I also I was like I like how peaceful this song sounds. Like it's a little morbid, but like I like how peaceful it is. And it also stands out because a lot like good a good portion of that song didn't have backing vocals. I felt like many of his songs had it, but for a good portion of Heaven Without You, there wasn't a lot of backing vocals. So I feel like just hearing his voice like isolated just made it so much more interesting and so much more like stand out from the rest of it.
Yeah, and I don't know, like hearing you say that just made me think like maybe he did that to sort of symbolize the fact that if he were to be in heaven waiting for Cover, like he would be by himself. So it was
Yeah.
more of like a like
I this
empty
feels like an
room,
English
just
class
him.
when like an English teacher is like the curtain is blue because he's sad and you're like no,
Yeah. It's like no, he's just like blue. Anyway,
blue's my favorite color, you know?
yeah. I really have to say, this was the one line I was going to bring up. Darling, you're my last destination reminded me so much of You're My Final Destination. And I was just like,
Final Destiny. Also, no, don't sue me, please.
yeah, please do.
You might not
I
have been able to sue me for the movie, but you can sue me for the fun story. I made a movie based off of I'll Always Be Around, the water park song, and I told him when last time I met him that he can't sue me. So
and then they high-fived.
we did high five. I was like, I learned the intellectual property lyrics. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then Otto was I gave it to him on a flash drive, which is like sketchy as hell. But like Otto in the video is like they asked what was on it, and Otto goes, malware. So now every time we talk about it, we just can't stop laughing at Otto being like malware.
Yeah, it's just so goofy as hell. Malware.
Malware.
I think like Heaven Without You sounded so like folky to me. I don't know if like you felt that way, but like it was very folky.
I honestly felt like most of his album was very folky.
That's fair. I think it's just in that one in particular, it stood out to me like more.
Yeah.
But yeah. Morgan, before you leave today, before you leave me, why don't you give your thoughts on Before You Leave
I
Me?
I honestly thought the opening, it was like a few of these songs, especially the opening of this one, just sounds so similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what it was, but they just had like similar beats, I guess. I don't know. But I wrote the bridge equals me, so we're gonna have to look up what the bridge lyrics are.
Was
'Cause I
it,
don't remember.
I'm so used to getting damaged because I wrote Why So Loud next.
Oh
Somebody
no.
take away the microphone. Far
Hold on,
too
wait.
loud.
Before you leave me, where is it? Show all songs.
Breakdown does hit me as hard as I would like it to. I don't know what that note was. Okay.
Oh, it's up top. Where's the bridge?
Show me the bridge. Show me the money.
Oh, got one foot out the door because you don't need me anymore. It's that bridge. Oh,
Nice. Got one foot out the door.
okay.
Ooh.
Ignore the ad that just played.
I didn't even hear it. You're fine.
Okay, all good. I won't get sued by the ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And
I was like, bridge, me. I don't remember why I said that. I am me though, so I mean, makes sense.
I am me.
I
That
am
is
me.
me.
The lyrics also made me think if they ever break up, love's not real. And
No lies told. No lies
no,
told.
they're so good.
I
They're so good
remember.
together.
I know they are so cute together. I remember like when this first came out, like as a single, I was like honestly on the fence of if I liked it or not, just because that drastic switch from him singing, like the oh, like that was so
So
like unexpected
the
for
only
me.
part of that song I don't like is at the end of the bridge, he goes like, "You don't need me anymore. You don't need me anymore." I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite either, if I'm being honest. The rest of it, I was like, yes.
Yes.
That part in particular. See, like, I get like that sometimes with songs where I like want to listen to the full song, but I'm like, just this one part of it is like exactly what I need right now, but I need it to be like 10 hours long.
It's just on loop.
Yeah. No, exactly. Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Talk
Next
about a
song
real
that topped us.
tearjerker.
Oh wait, what?
I was like, talk about a real tearjerker, this next one. Sorry
Oh,
to interrupt you.
Save You a Seat. Oh my God. I was literally like him singing about his parents is so like it's so sad.
It is
Like I
really
was
sad.
crying. I was like, no way.
I know, because like it's like a really it's such a wonderful message that I'm sure like there's I don't know. I'm sure like a lot of people can relate to this. Maybe not like exactly in the same way of
Yeah,
like losing a parent, but just like losing anybody in your life and like not having them be there, but like a special occasion comes around and it's like I'll save you a seat. I'm gonna cry again. Oh my God, yay.
got the
Um,
cameras.
I know. Wonder if the ones who go miss the ones who stay. It's like, oh no, I'm just picturing like their loved ones being like, I'm here and I miss you.
I made note of hope you're proud of what you see. I was like, damn, that just makes me think I hope my parents are proud. They better be. They better be. I'm kidding. They're definitely something.
They're proud of
They're
you.
proud.
Like, yeah. But oh, keep your room like nothing's changed. I
Oh yeah, yeah.
saw this TikTok of like this mom who had like lost her baby and she kept the room like exactly the same. Like literally didn't even do the laundry or anything. And it just made me think of that. And I was like, that
That's so
hurts.
sad.
I know. Grief is like, not to like get into a very heavy topics here, but like grief is, I don't know, a lot of people, it like affects people like differently. And it's
Yeah.
like nobody ever expects people to like move on because it's like so hard and so life-changing when like you lose
Oh
somebody
yeah.
that close to you,
I'm
especially like a child or like a
yeah.
parent.
I'm lucky enough to have never experienced any sort of like heavy grief or anything, especially like when it comes to like losing loved ones. But
Hmm.
I've witnessed other people go through it, and it's definitely like a whole range of like you never know what's coming next.
Yeah, that's true. And like all you can really do is just like try and be for them in like any way that they need without like, because sometimes people just need like to heal and like to,
Yeah.
have like time to themselves or like maybe a distraction like here and there, something like that.
Yeah.
But
On a not really happier because I swear to God they're the same song. Chasing Shadows.
yeah, another one that in reference to Alex's parents, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah.
The
Uh
vocals on that were I didn't make a lot of notes for this song, but I was like the vocals of this are like really good.
yeah, I think I wrote down that like there was such a difference in his vocals, I think in this song in particular than like the rest of the album, I thought.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I wrote
It
down.
seemed more like softer vocals.
Yeah. No, I would have to agree with that. Um, I think the line, it's like you've been replaced by home videotapes, and then like it's like you've been replaced by a tattoo of your name.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, that hits because he literally has his parents' names like tattooed
Oh,
like
does
behind his
he?
ears. Yeah.
That's sweet.
I like immediately thought of that. I was just like, oh my God.
The lyric I put down was, "But you're a part of me, I can't let you go." It kind of just reminds me of like all the people that have been in and out of my life, like throughout my life. And I'm like, I do have a lot of like pieces of other people, whether it's like memories or like just things I do. Like it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's a,
think it's beautiful to think about it that way though. I don't know.
depends on the
That's
person
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like,
all the time.
sometimes when it's like not the best relationship and you're like, I feel like I lost a part of me,
Yeah.
that's when it sucks. But like
Oh yeah.
when it comes together in like a positive way, it's like that's awesome.
Yeah, once you like move past, I think once you move past a lot of the like negative feelings that it might bring, it's like this is how I can look at it in a more positive light.
Mm,
Like I needed this person, otherwise I wouldn't be who I am.
yeah. Beautiful message, Morgan. You're so like wise. You're like,
Like,
okay.
like I wouldn't be the first person to call wise.
I ain't a wise owl, but track number 9.
Yard sale. I actually just learned that this is about him and Cover when they broke up.
Hmm.
I didn't know that they ever broke up.
Yeah, but
Like
they got back together.
they did get back together. They're so cute.
I
I
know.
will say that the entire time we're reviewing it. They're like the cutest couple ever.
Just seeing like videos of them, I'm literally like,
Poor Cover
oh,
puts in so much.
I know.
Have you seen the videos of her? Like he calls her on stage and she's like, bro, no.
You gotta stop doing that. But he definitely like did it by accident that one time when he was just like, oh, my wife. And then he's like, what? Everybody's shouting for Cobra now. And she's just like, hello. But yeah, that's a perfect example of uh what was I gonna say? I don't know.
Example of
I
something.
don't remember. Yeah, maybe it'll come back to me. I'm not sure. Um, the line "Name your price, you can have my pain"
I
is
have that written.
wild,
I was like,
absolutely wild.
oh my God. I thought about just striking a match, but it's hard to burn a memory. I remember like it's like, God damn, there's things I wish I could forget and I just can't do it.
Yeah,
That's crazy. His lyrics are crazy.
I literally, if you couldn't tell by the amount that Morgan and I have quoted and have the same exact quotes, you can tell that we are very like-minded in what
Um,
struck a chord
I
with us.
also made a note and I was like, I hope this man is doing okay.
No, literally. Um, I just think like the this song made me think a lot about like wow, that is so interesting to think about like items, like physical items can hold such like or wonderful memories like that, and then in an instant they're like ruined. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, oh my God, like I don't want to get rid of that because they hold such good memories, but like if you're not there, then why would I want to remember it? And it was messing with my head. I
Yeah.
was going through it. But clearly so was
This was
Alex.
this was the album you needed, I think.
Yes, correct. Um, coming in at our final, I don't know why I was gonna say. I was gonna say coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 10.
Coming
The
in at
final
track
track.
10.
Yeah. Coming in at
Uh,
track
you'll be all right, kid. Will I?
10. Um,
I will, don't worry.
yeah, no. We're all good here.
Um,
Sometimes.
I felt like this was like it's a very obvious note to his younger self. And like because it's so obvious, I feel like a lot of people are like they have to explain that a certain song is like a note to themselves. I think it's interesting that he'd made it like a very obvious one.
Hmm.
But it's not something I feel like I've heard because I normally it's like Austin Knight made a whole album being like this is what my younger self needed to hear to like help myself move on. But like
Yeah.
a lot of the times it's like songs are just so vague about it. So
Yeah.
I found it very interesting that he was like, yeah, this is to me. Like this is to like 12-year-old me, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever he said in the
12-year-old
song.
me. I think like this song in particular, well, I agree with you. It was very much like directly talking to like younger Alex. I think it also made listeners think about themselves too, and they
Oh
were like,
yeah.
"What would I tell my younger self?"
Yeah,
Or
that's
like, "It'll be okay because you're here now."
yeah. Like
But
definitely like a moving like I'm sure it helped him move on to write the song and like release that song. But like I like the idea of like what would I tell myself?
Mhm.
I think that's definitely an interesting like topic to like not to discuss on here, but like
Yeah. I don't know. Because that is so interesting because I feel like in middle school a lot of the time when stuff would happen, we would be like, this is the end of the world. This sucks. And now we're like looking back on it, it's like, wow.
wow, I was such a little bitch in middle school.
I was dramatic. Me personally.
I will never not be dramatic, but like younger me was definitely more like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like
Yeah, I
I can
still get
never show my face anywhere ever again.
it. Damn, Morgan, you're acting like you were robbing places and you're like, I gotta get out of town. Oh,
I
goodness.
also made another note that was it definitely feels more personal to him, but it's
Mhm.
such like a beautiful song that it's like it doesn't even I guess it does matter, but like it doesn't even matter because it's such like a like anyone can feel like these things. Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
No,
makes
I
any
agree.
sense, but I hope it does.
I don't know. It does make sense. He
I'm
wants
bad at
people
explaining
to,
things. We went over this.
yeah, okay. You're saying like he wants people to be able to relate to it, even though like
Yeah.
he's directly referencing himself. I don't know what was going on with my voice. It's fine. But yeah.
Oh, good.
Um, yeah, overall, Alex Warren, anytime you're in Philly, let us know. Would
He
love to see
actually
you.
is in Philly, in October, and I'm 2 hours away. Also, the tickets, I tried to look up how much tickets were, and it was not working. Ticketmaster, I know we went over this last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago. I have beef with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight.
I strongly believe you could get a whole army behind you that would agree that Ticketmaster is
Like,
terrible.
goddamn, I just wanted to see Alex Warren live. I'll drive home for it. Ooh, I don't know if
Yeah.
you heard that, but
No, I did not hear that. So you're all good. Don't worry about it.
we're gonna put it on Do Not Disturb.
Do not disturb. Gotta love it. There was a song that had that in it, but now I can't remember. Wait. She asked me where my hoodie from. That's fresh love for the fit. On D&D. I won't pick it up. And my bitch told me let's trip. Okay. I have to think about the song.
What song is that?
You're looking at me like, what the
I was like,
hell
what
are
are
you
you
talking about?
singing?
I made like a post on my art account that had,
Oh, is it that song?
yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So, out of 10, what is your rating for this album?
Out of 10. Honestly, um, da, 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 da. I give it a 9. I thought
Really?
it was pretty
That's
good.
it was really good. I gave it a 7 because I like most of the songs.
Hmm.
But his genre of music is just not my normal like genre.
That's valid.
So you said your favorite song is Catch My Breath.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, Troubled Waters. I know it's like a single and it's probably a basic answer, but like I thought it was
Who
really good.
cares, Morgan? You, whichever song is your favorite, stand proud and
It's
say it with
either
your
Troubled Waters or Burn It Down because it's like so good.
yeah. No, I completely agree. But yeah, thank you, Alex Warren.
Thank you,
And
Alex
maybe we'll
Warren.
see you in the future someday. I don't know.
If you ever want to come on the podcast, we're here.
We'll save you a seat. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But anyway, Morgan, do you want to play a game?
I would love to play a game.
Good,
I
you had no
feel
other choice. We were gonna play it anyway.
I feel like not a I feel like Jigsaw. I think it's Jigsaw.
Yeah,
You want to play a game? Yeah.
would you like to play a game? You had no other choice.
What is
Sorry.
this game, Kaitlyn?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Well, I was scrolling on Twitter, shocking, I know, and I saw somebody tweet out, "Can anybody tell me where Fallout Boy is from?" And and they were like, well, they specifically said, if you don't know where they're from, like, guess. Like, I'm curious to see like where you would guess. And I was like, oh, okay. So I like commented my answer and I was right. And I was like, hell fucking
What was it,
yes.
Illinois?
Yeah, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. And I was like right on the spot. And I was like, I don't know how I knew that, but I just had a feeling. So I thought it would be fun if Morgan and I guessed where bands are from. So we each made a list of a couple, a handful, if you will.
I did five.
Okay, yeah. I had like eight, but like I'll do like five.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure if we would have the same ones or not. So I was like, let me just like two extra just in case.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
know. I kind of went overboard, but that's okay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
We'll do all of them.
We'll do all of them. Every single one of them. Hey, well, Morgan, would you like to start us off?
Sure. So in the last episode, I was talking about a couple songs from this band called 408. So I kind of figured it would be interesting to see where you think they're from without really knowing their music.
Okay. 408.
I need you to know I'll make it easy for you. Every single band I chose somehow is from the United States.
Okay. You see, I hear 408, and my immediate reaction is, I wonder if that's an area code. However, I have no idea what area code that is.
Actually, it
Um,
might be. Hold on.
ooh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, 408, 408. Um, I am gonna guess that
It is
408.
not their area code.
Okay, awesome. What kind of music do they
They're more like pop punk, I think.
make? Okay. Um, wow, this is already hard. Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna say New York for my guess.
Can I give you a hint?
Sure.
There's another band from this same area that
Mhm.
you really like.
That I really like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't actually know if you
Um,
know where this band is from. I only know it because that's a little trauma dump for another day.
gosh. California?
No.
Houston? I don't know. I was like,
They're from Orlando, actually. Arrows in Action is from Orlando.
oh,
As I
you
said, that's a
see.
trauma dump for another day.
Yeah. See, I had arrows and actions, but I wrote Gainesville, Florida, so
Oh, are
that's
they?
why I was confused.
Oh, are they Gainesville?
I
I
mean,
just
it's
know
still
Florida.
Florida. It's still
Yeah,
Florida.
I was like, I know it's around the same area.
Yeah. That's a bummer. I was like really, I'm acting like I would have known the area code, but I'm like, that would have been so fun.
I looked it up and it said San Jose, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay. According to Google AI, though, so like, who knows how right that is?
yeah. Who really knows? Okay. All right, Morgan. You're in the hot seat now.
Okay.
Can you tell me where the band Bad Omens is from?
They seem like they're from the Midwest. Um, there's a lot of states in the Midwest, though, so I'm like,
Yes, that is correct. There are a lot of states in the Midwest.
oh my God, is it like Kentucky?
No, it is not Kentucky.
No, not Kansas.
It is not the Midwest.
It's
It's
not the Midwest. This is
yes.
something basic, like are they from LA?
No, they are not. Think closer to us, but not extremely close.
I was gonna say, is it Philly? Are they from Jersey?
They are not. Bad Omens is from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, okay. I would not have guessed that.
I remember learning that. That's why I was like, I'll put this one down. But I forget how I learned that, to be honest.
All right, my next one.
Mhm.
I don't think you're gonna get this, but the Maine.
Imagine I just said Maine. The Maine. Ohio?
They are nowhere near. I guess Ohio's not near Maine, but they are nowhere near Maine.
Yeah, like the okay.
Not
Um,
Ohio.
uh, here. Okay. Are they from Seattle?
You're a lot closer than you were with Ohio.
Okay.
Think more like southern.
Oh, are they from Nevada?
No. They are from this place called Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I also need to clarify that I found these all on Google, and if they're wrong, I'm so sorry.
Well, like to clarify.
This
No,
is what
that's
Google
valid.
told me, so
I know some of them, like, why was it kind of hard to figure out?
yeah.
Uh, okay, Morgan. Can you tell me where Knuckle Puck is from?
Oh, that's on my list. They're from Chicago.
Oh no! Yay, good job, Morgan. I was like, there's definitely gonna be one that we both have on here. That's really funny.
I need you to know I spelled it wrong too. So instead of knuckle puck, I forgot the N.
You tried. That's
I
okay.
did my best. All right, Caitlin.
Hmm.
Hot Mulligan. Where do you think they're from? It's not where you
They,
think, probably.
oh,
It's the most
okay.
random area.
Um, oh, Hot Mulligan. Come on, Hot Mulligan.
I don't remember what state this is. I don't know my abbreviated states, so hold on.
Oh, okay. Are they from,
Okay, I do know what state that is.
are they from Idaho?
That would be really funny, but no.
Da, 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 da. Colorado?
That's a little, yeah, that's a little closer. It's like think, think the middle.
Ah, yes, here's my map.
A
Shoot.
map in my head.
Yeah. Um, are they from Kansas?
No.
Where are they from?
They're from Lansing. Watch me be like entirely wrong and like Michigan. It's in Michigan, and I
Oh
just don't
my,
know where Michigan is.
oh my God, wait, no, I had to have known that because somebody on Twitter went to school. Oh, darn it.
They're from Lansing, Michigan.
Damn. That
I
actually
never would
makes
have
so
guessed
much
that.
sense.
I never would have guessed that.
I know, clearly I wasn't gonna guess it either, but now that you said it, I was like, that actually makes so much sense. Um, all right, Morgan, can you tell me? Oh gosh, wait, I don't know which one I want to give you. I want to give you an easy one or not. Can you tell me where 21 Pilots is from?
They seem like they're from Jersey.
They're not from Jersey.
They give me Jersey vibes. Um,
Joycey vibes.
Jersey. I'm trying to think if I've ever heard either of them speak. Grammar just went out the window.
Yeah, okay.
Are
So
are they from like the Midwest?
I don't actually know if that is considered where they are, if that's considered the Midwest. To me, I wouldn't call it the Midwest. I could be
Colorado?
totally wrong.
Are they
No.
Colorado? No.
Closer to us.
Virginia?
No.
I was gonna say they just give me major East Coast vibes, but when you were like, no, not Jersey, like I don't know.
They are from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh shit.
Little neighbors. Knock, knock. Hi, Ohio.
All right. My next one is games we play.
Shoot. Philly?
No. That would be
Damn.
interesting if they were. I don't, okay, so just so you know, I did it where the band originally started. Google gave me the information of they were born somewhere else and then moved, like the band started here. So I was like, I'm gonna do where the band started.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do.
So it's a very easy one. if you think about it.
Okay, California?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't think I was
Started in
gonna get it.
LA.
Got it. Okay. Um, Morgan,
Yes.
can you tell me where the band Honey is from?
My dumbass was about to be like, Honey Revenge? No. We saw Honey live.
Yes, you got a pick thrown at your face.
I did get a pic thrown in my face. It's
That
in
was so funny. I wish I had that on video because Morgan's face, like I could see the pick flying. And then I was just like, oh my God, that just hit her in the face.
I was on my phone texting my friend back and I was like, did somebody just throw popcorn at my face? And nobody saw the pic except for Kaitlyn. So I like turned on my flashlight. Nobody noticed. So I picked up the pic. I was like, this is mine now. I'll trade it for a Parks pic. I ended up getting a Parks pic.
Yeah,
Look at her. My song.
self-sabotage.
My favorite.
Yes.
Um, aren't they from around like the East Coast?
They are not.
Oh, are they from California?
Yes, they are. They're from Newberry Park, California.
I would not have guessed that. They give me
California.
coast vibes. I didn't know which one.
You can tell when somebody's a coaster or not. Oh,
So
that's so
Steven took my
strange.
last one. So
Sorry, you should have said
hold,
something.
hold on. I gotta look through my Spotify real quick. Be like, what's a good artist to make you guess? You know what? I'm gonna look this up real quick. Hold on.
You're good. Take your time.
They- Oh
Nashville-based band, Arrows and Actions from
my
Florida.
God, wait, actually,
Yeah.
Stand Atlantic.
Stand
Because it's not where I thought it was.
Atlantic. Oh, wait. Are they from the United States? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Are they from England?
That's what I thought, but the answer is no.
Oh shit. Um, oh my gosh. Uh, surely they're not Irish.
No.
Okay, I was like, that there's no way. Are they from Wales? I don't know.
Isn't Wales like in the UK? I guess it's
It's a
different from
part of it, but it's a different like
country, I guess.
yeah.
This is what public schools taught us.
Scotland?
No, if I give you a little hint,
I don't know if I deserve a hint. I was just spitballing.
um, for those of you who don't know, who are like listening on audio, I in my room, I have a tapestry of the She's Kind of Hot, 5 Seconds of Summer EP cover. So that's your hint.
That's my hint.
Yeah.
Oh, Australia.
Specifically Sydney, Australia, yeah.
That's so embarrassing. Oh my God, I was genuinely like, what are you talking about? What does that have to do with Stanley?
I thought they were British.
I also thought they were British. That's really, really funny. Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na,
You want to do, did you do?
I don't know
Yeah,
how
that was my
many I
fifth
did.
one. So
Yeah. I don't know how many I did. I can keep going if you
I was
want.
gonna say,
If
do you
not,
want to
that's
do one
fine.
more?
Yeah, sure. Morgan, where is As It Is from?
Oh God. Is it in the United States?
It is not.
Okay. Oh, aren't they British?
Yes.
I was like, I feel like I remember seeing something where they're British. Like, so from England, I guess.
Yes, they are. They are from Brighton, England.
Never heard of it.
What? Never heard of Brighton?
No.
Really? That's so funny. Maybe it's just because I watched all the British YouTubers when I was younger. So I was like, oh yes, Brighton with the beaches and the stones
I
instead of
wa
sand.
I watched like Dan TDM, and I think that's the only British person.
I was like all into like Zoella, and like Alfie Days.
I liked Zoella and what's his name? Joe Sugg for a
Just
little bit.
yeah. Just Marcus. Oh my gosh. And like there's so many. Like Tim and Tanya and like Dan
There's
and
so many people.
Phil.
Dude, I was so chronically offline as like a teenager that it's a miracle I am who I am today. Like
Sometimes I think I'm chronically online, and then I look at other people who are really chronically online, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not
yeah.
that bad.
The ones who have like millions and millions of like tweets and shit. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. Well, thank you for playing, Morgan. I hope you had fun. Yay. I would like to point out that I had Super American on my list.
I was gonna put Super American on my list and I was like, you probably know where they're from because we like I don't know. I was like, she definitely was gonna guess it.
Who could forget me saying, ah, yes, I know somebody from Fredonia. Crazy. That's embarrassing. I need to never meet them again, anyways. I had Spontaneous on there too because
I
I was
also
like,
knew that one.
yeah, I was like,
That's
Morgan
because
will
when
know
we
that one.
reviewed the song.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Spontaneous. But yeah, thank you for playing. Maybe we'll do another game like that some other time, or maybe we'll do even more bands that we have to guess where they're from. I don't know, depending on what we're feeling in that moment, I guess.
It'll make
Morgan,
it
how would you rate
memorable.
your experience? Would you like to tip me?
20%?
20%? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I wish I had like that thing on my phone, but I didn't because I wasn't quick enough to think of that joke. But yeah. Uh, as some of you might have noticed, if you looked at a calendar, it's October.
My favorite month.
Hell yeah, we're in the fall now. Thank God. That summer is over. I don't like summer. I'm happier that it's going into fall. I used to love winter because I was a strange child. Winter is very cold, as
I
some of you might have known.
I liked the snow.
I like
I
the
didn't like
snow
how
too.
cold the snow was, but I liked the snow.
Yeah, the snow is so nice. Like watching it fall is very pretty. Um, sometimes it's like good in small doses,
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like.
It's not something I could take all the time.
Yeah. But fall, I feel like has always been very like I don't think I ever appreciated fall quite enough when I was younger. I mean, like, don't get me wrong.
When I got to middle school, I was more like a fall person. That's when I started being more like a fall person. I was like, I love it. It's so nice.
I agree. Because looking back on it, I'm like, it's not boiling anymore. It's not freezing. It's like, I mean, at night, it definitely gets like way colder.
Oh yeah.
But like, and I mean, Morgan and I are speaking from experience of being in like Pennsylvania, which like has all of the seasons you could experience, and not
Oh
just
yeah.
like,
Gotta love the changing seasons.
I love the changing seasons. Do you not?
I get sick every time they change. So, and also winter's too cold, summer's too hot, spring is just so bipolar.
I love spring.
I don't
I
mind.
also don't have allergies, so like
I
anybody
didn't
who does is like,
I
I'm
didn't
having a terrible
either,
time.
but I think I developed allergies as I got older, which is really weird. But I also used to get super sick in the winter, so I'm wondering if that's like part of it. Um,
That could be. That's very unfortunate that you get sick when seasons change. That's terrible.
it's I'm going through it right now. Like
I
it's
mean,
so
like,
bad.
is that a common thing? I guess it has to be.
Also, fun fact for our listeners, I get a lot, used to, knock on wood. I used to get a lot of nosebleeds. Um,
Knock on wood.
Specifically, a lot of them were when it was like freezing outside, which makes sense because like your nose is dry, I guess. I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
so I used to get a ton of nosebleeds to the point where I had to get my nose cauterized, which is lovely. It's so good. Didn't hurt my face for 2 weeks or anything afterwards or anything. Um,
Poor Morgan.
we love it. So that's another reason I hated the seasons changing was because it was like I just knew I was about to get so fucked.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But it's okay because fall will heal you with all those crunchy leaves and pumpkins and scarecrows and crows.
not the crows.
They're like, I just have to point out that more recently there have been like so many crows in my backyard. And I'm like, is that a bad omen? Am I about to die? What's happening?
Maybe.
You being like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
I don't know. Crows are just appearing. It's fine.
Yeah. But I thought, yeah, everybody's probably like, wow, okay, this has been dragging on. But basically, Morgan and I are going to talk about like our favorite things about fall and the Halloween season,
My
which like
favorite.
I don't know about you, but my favorite thing this year has been seeing okay, let me try that one more time. Has been seeing people go to Target and find the pumpkin skeleton guy that's playing the guitar and being like, oh my God, it's Austin Knight.
I'm gonna put a picture here. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put
If
this.
you're not familiar with this
Um, I don't remember what
animatronic,
his name. I don't know what his name is, but last time I went to Target, there was another guy. He was a Grim Reaper, and he was singing, and his name was like Bruce or something. He was
mhm.
iconic.
Yeah, Bruce.
He started rapping.
Oh,
I was like, what
okay.
is happening? But okay. And
That's
we were
really
with my
cool.
mom. It was me, my friend, and my mom, and we were just sitting there like, like what is happening? I saw a real like a Lewis in the Wild today or yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen that before.
I completely forgot that that was such a big thing last year.
I love Lewis. Also, I love Halloween so much that I've been shopping for Halloween stuff since August. I heard Spirit Halloween opened, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go check it out.
This is my time. Spirit Halloween, honestly, so fun to just like walk in there. I would like to point out that I got horribly scared when I went up to one of those well, okay, I didn't go up to it. Somebody else like stepped on like one of those little like sensor things and like had one of them go off and it was like this clown stirring a pot and then he like randomly like jolted up and it was just his head on a stick.
Was that when
That
you were
scared me
with me?
so bad.
Was that when you were with me and Jen?
Yes, yes, it was. That like actually got me so good and I was like, oh
I
my God,
knew
I'm
it
not
was,
walking past
I
it.
think I got scared the second time it happened because I knew it was happening, but nobody had stepped on the thing. So it just kind of
Hmm.
happened. Or one of those things like went off and it was freaked me out. I was like, okay, alrighty.
It was just so abrupt, and I was like, oh my goodness.
I have a fun
Oh,
story about Spirit Halloween. Oh, you go.
oh no, I was just gonna ask you a question.
Okay. So I have a cup that it's like a little tumbler. It's Ghostface. On the back says killing it. We love it. Anyways, so I went in. They had these like Stanleys basically, but like the cheap versions. And one of them was Ghostface. And I love Scream. It's such a good movie. And it was bedazzled and everything. But because Scream is such a popular movie, the resellers got them, and apparently they were selling of a these are like $30 cups. They were selling for upwards of 300, and I'm like, no offense, I wouldn't spend that money on like the rarest Stanley in the world. Like I could not give a flying fuck about that. So I ended up buying this one for $10 with 20% off. So I spent $10 on this cup. I think it was like 11. I don't know. But it's iconic. I've used it
It's
every day since I bought it.
you're getting good use out of it, which like that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
And I would have to agree. Scream is a fantastic movie. Matthew Lillard,
Lillard.
how the hell do you say his last name? Is that
Lillard.
Lillard? Yes.
That's what I say.
Yeah. I love that guy. He played Shaggy. How could you not love him?
I the only reason I recognized him in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I was like, was from Scooby-Doo.
Iconic. I love that role. I bet.
What would you say if I told you I hated the live action Scooby-Doos?
I would be like, that's fair. Because like that's not everybody's cup of tea. I
I think
love them.
here's the thing, live action cartoon, like things that are supposed to be cartoons, The Grinch and The Cat in the Hat, like those live action movies, they're the worst. I hate them so much, and I'm so sorry to anyone who likes them and is like listening to this. I can't do it. I hate them. My brother loves The Cat in the Hat. So every time it's on, he puts it on, and I'm like, actually, I'm leaving.
Like, I would like to leave. Thank you very much.
Like, I'm gonna pass. I'm not watching this.
Oh, it's just like because in the live action they had Freddie Prince Jr. and like, oh my God, what's her name? Sarah. Oh my God, what's her name? She plays Daphne. I was gonna say Sarah Michelle Gellar, but I don't think that's right.
Someone named Sarah.
Yeah. No, but they're like literally they're married in real life. And like it's just so iconic because like they were in a lot of like or like Freddie Prinze Jr. was in She's the Man or not She's the Man. Um She's All That. Like he was in that movie. The way you're like, what?
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what movie you're talking about because it's the
Yeah.
girl version of the one that Addison Rae was in.
Yes. Oh, he's all that. We don't want to talk about it.
I love that movie so much.
It's like, oh my gosh, there's just so much to say about that movie. But
We could go
oh,
on a whole hour-long rant about that movie.
no, we really, really could. What I wanted to ask you was, I forget, are you really into like oh my God, how do I like explain this? Do you know how people go on like haunted hay rides? Are you into that or are you like, not my thing?
Um, so the thing is, I don't I don't get scared easily, but I do get freaked out easily. I don't know if that makes any sense, and some people are probably like that's the same thing, but like I don't get
I
like
like
terrified, I'm
that.
gonna shit my pants kind of scared.
Yeah.
I'm just like something will startle me or something, and I'm like, oh God, like okay.
Yeah.
Um, last time I went on a haunted hayride, like obviously it didn't have the chains on it, but that's how I know what a live working chainsaw feels like because it didn't have the chains on it, but they touched my leg and I was like, that's freaky as hell. I was like, you're
Touched your leg with the granted, I know there wasn't like the actual chain on
yeah,
it,
it
but
was weird. It's such a weird feeling. I
I
went to
bet.
I went to Eastern State Penitentiary last year and my roommate from last year, Kaylee for I'll name drop her, I don't care.
Name drop. I'll do
I'll name
it
drop
right
her.
now.
I don't think she listens to this podcast. I told her to, but I don't think she listens to it. Um, so I went down with her. It was me, her, my dad, my grandfather, my brother, and his girlfriend. And they have a thing there. You know how like sometimes haunted houses will have like the glow sticks and it's like if you want a glow stick, you can't be touched, or sometimes the glow stick is like we can do whatever the fuck we want to you. Kaylee grabs a glow stick, but it's supposed to be like, oh, you can go down different paths and you can go scary or whatever. And Kaylee was like, I just wanted a glow stick. So my brother's girlfriend took it, and apparently she went down like slides and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I regret not taking it.
Mm.
There
I
was only
want
one
to
there was only one part of like the Eastern State Penitentiary haunted houses that I was not a fan of, and like one of it had flashing lights, and I feel I have astigmatism that I just recently like realized. Um, I it was like flashing lights, and I was like, I hate this so much. And my older brother I was like trying to get him to go first because there were like things hanging upside down, and I was like, I would have been fine if they weren't there, but I'm like, I feel like navigating this is gonna be a pitch. So he was like, no, I can't go through. I can't go through. And I was like, if something grabs my leg, I'm gonna freak out. So we made Kaylee go through. And
oh,
I looked at him and I was like, you're such a little bitch. Like, go through.
like, come on, dude.
He doesn't like scary things, which is really funny to me because I like them. I think they're interesting. So like it depends though. Like paranormal scary things on you.
Oh, don't even get me started. I want to go, like, I don't even know, like, I want to go everywhere to, like, every haunted house and just have an investigation. Personally,
Oh my God, are
I
we gonna
just
become the
know
next
for,
Sam and Colby?
maybe, I know for a fact that, like, I'm, like, talking, like, oh, I'd love to do that, like, whatever. I know my ass would be so scared. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna get this
I
house. Oh my God. Sorry. I just remembered. Sorry. I just remembered something that I needed to tell you.
oh God.
So I did not mean to be that dramatic. I'm so sorry. Ah, jump scare. Anyway, so there's this YouTuber named Chris Clemens. Chris Clemens, if you're watching this, you're probably not. I love you so much. You're so funny. I wish I saw you when you were in Philly, but I didn't.
Oh, we
Anyway,
submitted photos to be models for you and you didn't get back to us.
we have beef. Just kidding. No, I'm not, but yes, I am. Anyway, so Chris has a podcast called the Unhinged Podcast with Chris Clemens, naturally. And I was so upset because he will have viewers like call in sometimes. And this week's prompt was about paranormal experiences. And I was like, oh my God, I have an experience where I was literally like downstairs in my friend's basement and I felt like I was being like possessed. And I wrote this thing in my notes app. And I was like, I am so upset because I would have called in and I would have told him about it and I would have read it to him. And he probably would have been like, that's a load of shit. And I would have been like,
I so not to be like I'm an empath, but like I'm not an empath, please don't come for me. So I get freaked out because call me paranoid, but I like see things out of the corner of my eyes and it freaks me the fuck out. Like when I remember one time when I was little, I was walking down to my basement and I saw this like weird orb. I can't remember if it was purple or orange, but it was like in the corner above my like computer. Um, and it had like gray mist like in it and like around it and it like weird. I was like, not today. I looked over, there was nothing there, and I went straight back upstairs. I was like, I don't know what I needed down here, but I don't need it anymore. Um,
on second thought, I am all good. I remember you talking about that. I don't know if you mentioned it on here,
I
but
don't think I mentioned it with after we got you got your tarot reading because me and my mom's friend were talking about it because we were talking about ghost stories because she like sees things. It's weird, but like so last weekend, going on the paranormal thing, I had my door wide open, you know. I was waiting for my roommate and her boyfriend to get back, and then my friend Kaylee was over for the weekend and she was on an air mattress just scrolling through TikTok or something. I I'm gonna go off camera for this because you're not gonna believe like what the frick just happened.
oh
So
no.
I'm on my iPad. I don't know where I am. Okay. I'm on my iPad, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I just see a shadow go.
No.
I was like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, I saw something move, and I was like, hey Kaylee, just so you know, I just saw like something lean its head in the room. And Kaylee looks at me and goes, like, don't tell me that. And I'm like, so then I think right when my other roommate got back, I was telling her that, and Kaylee just goes, I don't mean to alarm you, but I felt something touch my arm. And I was like, no, you didn't. There's no way. I was like, she was like, I think I'm just psyching myself out. And I was like, that one I think you're just psyching yourself out for. Dead ass though, I like see shadows all the time and I'm like, not to make Fuzzy come to life, but like
These shadows on my wall. They see me from the halls. Soul and Star. Did you ever pick up on that he said Soul and Star?
I have to see the thing is I've been listening to the 7 minute like the greatest hits medley.
Yeah, no, that's where he says it.
I haven't actually yeah, I haven't listened to Fuzzy because apparently it's in the original version of Fuzzy, allegedly. I'll have to listen.
Oh my God. I hate that I don't pick up on stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I can do that, but other times I can't.
yeah, no. I was like, that's crazy. I heard it the first time I listened to it and I was like, I don't know what face that was, but oh God. That I just made.
Oh, I was like, what face? I was like, where? No, but like I've had experiences where I've like felt like there's just like a presence there. And I don't know if I told you about this, but when I was sleeping the one time, it felt like I'm sorry, I saw you go like this and I was like, wait, what? So I used to have a cat named Maggie for like 15 years, and like she rarely ever came in my room, but when she did, she would like just like I would be like laying down and she would just be like walking all over me. I was sleeping and I felt like it felt like her four paws like walking on me. And I was like,
That's
oh
scary.
my God. Like it felt like a heavy pressure, but like not like a cat, like if a cat were walking on you, not like a
Yeah.
human being. Because if a human being, okay, first of all,
I
on
can
all
cont
fours, that'd be
I was gonna
crazy.
say I have an experience with a human. That sounds really bad.
I didn't really register it until after you said it. I feel like I remember this one, but yes, say this for the
Okay,
podcast.
so I don't know if people know what sleep paralysis is. I barely know what sleep paralysis is, but it's freaky as hell, and I think I've only experienced it one time. I can't even explain. So I don't sleep like this, but I woke up one night and I was curled up in a ball, but instead of being like on my side like a normal person curled up in a ball was, I was like on my arms and knees like I was fucking praying or something. And I was like, this is an odd way to wake up. But then I was like, I can't move. And then I immediately was like, this is sleep paralysis. And luckily I was facing a wall because I was like, there's definitely something behind me. But then all of a sudden, I just feel hands pushing down on my back and like shaking. So they're pressing as hard as they can. And I went, eyes are staying closed, facing the wall. When I come out of this, we are not moving, going straight back to bed. Like, so yeah, that's my one and only experience with sleep paralysis. I was not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, sleep paralysis is not a fun thing to experience
No,
at all.
my thing is I wake up because I have like dreams. I have scary ass dreams. But I wake up and I like feel things. I've woken up feeling a hand like on my back because it pulled me through like in my dream it pulled me through a wall and then I woke up feeling the hand on my back and I was like, I don't like that. And it
Mm-mm.
lasted for like an hour after I woke up.
Oh,
I was like,
mm-mm.
oh God.
Absolutely not.
I also have
It's
fun
scary.
experiences from being awake because there was a good chunk of time, maybe like a month or so, where every once in a while I would just feel like something touch my ribs. And it wasn't like anything was touching my ribs. There was nothing there. I would be by myself and I'd be like, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It would just touch my ribs, and every single time I would like jolt because I'm like, something just touched me. It was freaky. Was not a
That
fan.
is so freaky. Oh my gosh. Scary. Poor Morgan's just haunted.
I need a good exorcism or no, not an exorcism, like a saging or whatever.
I mean, a cleansing,
Yeah, yeah, that.
spiritual cleansing. A spiritual cleansing. Have you listened to Maisie Peters?
I'm not a fan. I'm not like a
I
huge
love Maisie
fan.
Peters.
I've listened to like one or two of her songs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they're okay.
Oh my gosh. But that reminded me of, I don't know if I told you this, I might have. When I woke or I was awake and I turned my head to face like this way and I felt just my entire face was so cold. And it wasn't the AC. I didn't have a window open. I did not have a fan on.
I don't like that.
It was just like icy cold. And then I like saw this like mirage of just like eyeballs, but it was like rotating, but it was like moving this way, but also like upwards at the same time. It was really freaky.
I would I would be like, no, I would leave. Uh-uh.
I'm burning the place down. See you later.
I say I'm burning the place down for a spider. Like, could you imagine? Like,
Also, can we just listen to anybody who's watching? I know for a fact. Okay, well, I don't know this for a fact. I'm sure that anybody watching would be like, wow, Kaitlyn's room was so dark in the last episode. It's still kind of dark now, and the fact that you can see the light on here and how dark it is over here is just making me laugh. I promise I have a light here that I was trying to make it better. Not that anybody cares, but like, yeah.
I just kind of have a lamp on my desk, and I was like, we're gonna get better illuminated. And then I had my window. Oh, it looks so pretty outside. I don't know why I thought it was like cloudy out. It's pretty sunny.
It was cloudy here, or it was sunny here like most of today, and then now it just got cloudy, and I was like, okay,
It was
whatever.
cloudy this morning, and then when I went to do my little photo shoot, it was sunny. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I want you to know, I went so fun. This is gonna sound. I promise we meant no disrespect to anyone in the cemetery, and every if there is any names in the gravestones, they're getting edited out because I'm no, like they deserve their privacy, you know. So I was in a graveyard today. We got breakfast, went to said cemetery, and it's a very pretty cemetery. We we pulled up, and then immediately these guys, like these big dudes in a car, like a big car, pull up behind us, and I was like, I went to turn around to be like, oh, who's behind us, and why did they park right behind us? Um, and my friend goes, get back in. So I was like, okay. I think they were just there visiting someone, but I was like, I don't want to disrespect anyone who's like visiting. Um,
Yeah.
and for any photos I took, we tried not to get any of like the direct names of like the people. But anytime there is one, I'm gonna be like, we're editing these out. They were just like cute. I can't say they're cute, but like I have to look at these photos before I can
Yeah.
do anything.
I mean, like, I'm sure people would appreciate like what you were doing with like blocking them out because like yeah, there probably are people who are like, I wouldn't
I
appreciate
also said hello to every spirit whose tombstone I went near and
it.
thanked them for so hopefully they don't hate me. I tried to be respectful.
That's all you can really ask for. Because, like, obviously, I know that you wouldn't be like damaging property or nothing like that, obviously. So you were being like as respectful as you could.
Yeah, there was an interesting it was like a church, not a church. It was like I can't even think of like what it is, but it's like a giant, it looks like a tiny version of a church, but it's like a memorial for someone. It was interesting
A
to look.
mausoleum
No, we did go see mausoleums, but it was like bigger than that. And I can't think of what it was called, but like it was weird.
of where it's like multiple people.
That's still a mausoleum, I think. But
Oh,
it's like it looks like a tiny version of a church. Also, this cemetery just had like cannons and cannonballs in front of this church, this like tiny church thing. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, that's really interesting.
yeah. I wonder why. What's
Yeah,
the story behind your
I
cannonballs?
think it's because there was a lot of like American soldiers there. I'm ass
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that's why, but I was like, this is interesting that there's so many like there's a lot of cannonballs.
Damn. How about that? I
What
don't
if,
know. Well, everybody, you all have to go follow Morgan. That way you can see these pictures. Morgan plug.
if they get released?
Yeah,
My
hopefully they
Instagram,
do.
I'll put it right here. Morgan Nicole Snaps. Watch me entirely like just forget to put anything on the screen. Morgan Nicole underscore snaps. That's my photography account. Go follow it, please. I got
Go
some
hype
cool
her.
photos, I think. So
Yeah. I
also
would
go
like
follow the Commitment Issues Instagram and Twitter because we're so entertaining.
I know we're trying to, I don't know. Occasionally I'll find myself being like, I should just tweet some like random stuff on there. And I literally texted Morgan. I was like, would this be funny if I tweeted this? And then I did that and I messed it up once and then I tweeted it again. And I was like, if you saw that
Iconic.
the first time, try
Iconic.
it
I
again.
love it.
But yeah, thank you to everyone who decided to listen to the two of us yap for however long we were. I'm not sure how long this
I think
episode
this
is
is
gonna
our
be.
longest episode yet. An hour, probably like 25.
Oh my gosh, everybody's in for such a treat. Trick or treat. Here to treat.
Trick or treat, happy Halloween. We'll have to talk more about Halloween like stuff later, but
Yeah,
yeah.
because it is spooky season and it deserves to be talked about all month long. But yeah.
Oh, hands down.
Alrighty, everybody, we will see you later.
Bye.